Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Knight here, and today we're coming back at you with another Fortnite video. And I was really enjoying last video where I made a top 10 amazing Fortnite skin combinations. So I figured, you know what? Let's let's make this a series. Let's do it again. So we are going to be doing top 10 ultimate Fortnite skin combos number 2. So anyways, if you like this, then why not feel free to leave a like and subscribe. That'd be very much appreciated, my guys. And so anyways, let's just jump right into it. Alright guys, so for our first combo on the list, we are actually looking at a pretty new skin. This is Galaxia, which is part of the Fortnite crew bundle. It's actually soon about to leave and be replaced with Green Arrow once next month comes, so if you want the skin, you might want to get it quick for New Year's. So anyways, so we are going for the Shattered Wing for the back bling. I think this looks really great on just about any Galaxy skin because the light blue, a more light blue, the effects on there, it just looks good. And then for the pickaxe, it was a pretty obvious choice. We're going with the Stellar Axe. It's not technically part of the same set, so it is legal here. And I think it actually just works really, really nicely with her. The Galaxy effects just, it all just lines up really nicely. And then for the glider, we're actually going with the Cosmic Crasher. This, I think, is just one of the best space-themed backblings, or not backbling, gliders. Anything space-themed, astronaut, galaxy, whatever it may be, it just looks awesome with it. And then for the contra, I'm actually going with 0 point. You could also go with celestial, but personally, I think this just adds like a little more detail to it. Plus, it kind of looks cool when you're using it with the shattered wing back bling because it's like the butterfly. And then for the wrap, we are going with, again, pretty obvious choice. This is a Star Scout, part of the Galaxy Scout set. So this overall, I think, is just a really fun combo. So this is Galaxia. Okay, everyone, so for our second combo, we are actually going with Lynx. And now I know I've used this in the past before, but I'm giving her a bit of an update. You know, the other one, first of all, was blue, and also had a little bit of outdated stuff. So this, I think, is definitely much cleaner. We got some much better items here. So we are going with the red version, as you can see on screen right here. And then for the back bling, we're going for Cuddlepool's Bow. I think this is just such a good backbling to use with any red skin, and red Lynx is no exception. And then for the pickaxe, we're actually going with Thorn, which is an uncommon item shop pickaxe. I believe it goes with the Rue skin. I'm personally a big fan of it. And then for the umbrella, I'm going with Paper Parasol. Again, a little bit of a rare umbrella, but in my opinion, just awesome for something as good as this. And then for the contrail, we are going with the Target Acquired contrail, which actually came in this season's Battle Pass. I think this season has had some pretty dang good ones. The only one we had in the past really was like, what was it? Corrupted, I think, or Glitch in the System, I think is what it's called. So, anyways. And then for the wrap, we're just going with Ultra Red, which is part of her Battle Pass. So if you have her, you're probably going to have this as well. Again, I think it's a good, clean wrap, and I know it's basic and I use this quite a bit, but I just think there's really not much better you could ask for to use with her. So I think this is a pretty good combo. So this is Lynx. And real quickly, just to show it to you as a bonus, is that if you have similar items, you can actually make almost the exact same combo, but with black Lynx. So instead, just obviously use the black style, and this is the standard cuddle bow for the cuddle team leader. And then you can actually use the exact same pickaxe because it has a black style, which just looks really good. I can't say the style, unfortunately, but and then for the umbrella, obviously you gotta go with one shot. It's just too perfect not to. For the contrail, I'm just gonna go with Spectral Essence. Pretty simple. And then for the wrap, obviously you gotta go with Boogeyman. Just good. So, just real quickly, I think it's literally the same thing as the previous one, just black. So I'm just gonna throw this in there as a bonus. Alright, and then here we are actually going to be showing off a fusion combo, and we are going to be using the base style. Personally, I think this might actually be the best style. It's between this one and like the one we has the silver mask on. Both of them look really cool. I think it's actually a pretty underrated tier 100 skin. I haven't started using them until recently. But anyways, for the back bling, I couldn't really find much that like fits the blue effect on him. So instead I actually went something that matches more of his theme, which is the Deadpool's katanas. You know, it's just black on black, and he's kind of sort of ninja-esque. So I think it works with him. And for the pickaxe, I'm going with the Icebringer, and I'm just using the base blue style. I actually think it works really nicely with all the blue that goes on top of him. So I think it looks good. And then for the glider, I'm going once again with the Comet Crasher. Again, this is just a really awesome rideable glider, and I actually think it matches his colors because, you know, he has like that bluish purple effect on him. And then for the contrail, I'm going with Ultramarine, a pretty basic contrail, but I think it works with him. Blue with more blue. And then for the wrap, I'm actually going once again with Midas's Shadow. Now you might think that this is a little bit too purpley, while his skin is more like blue, but it actually looks really cool in game because of they're like very similar in terms of like texture, it has like that sort of swirly effect. So I think it looks really cool, and so this is Fusion. Alright guys, next we're actually going with another tier 100 skin, and this in my opinion is arguably the most underrated. Is between this one and Dire. This is Vendetta. So here I'm actually going with the white clothes option with the dark gray sort of metal like on his armor, and then for the secondary color I'm going with red, which has also the blue plasma effect. I think it all just looks really cool. I like white, red, and a little bit of dark gray, so one of my personal favorite color schemes. And then for the back bling, I'm going with the Sith Trooper Blaster, which I just think sits really nicely on his back, and also it just makes sense that he would have a weapon like that. So, and then for the pickaxe, I think this definitely makes like the whole combo form together really nicely. This is the Mark 85 Energy Blade, which obviously goes with Iron Man, but here it's just he already has red with blue plasma, and so that's exactly what this is. So I think it honestly looks better with him than it does with Iron Man himself. So, and then next we have the Sail Shark, which again just matches perfectly with the white and red theme, and also it's just a really fun glider. It's my personal favorite glider in the game. And then for the contrail, we're just going to keep it simple again. We're going to go with target acquired. I was going to go with the plasma trail, but then I realized that actually is part of his set, so that's illegal. So, and then next we are going once again with the Ultra Red wrap. I know I use this a lot, but I mean, I'm personally a big fan of this wrap. But for one of the first wraps I've ever gotten, this one's actually really nice with a lot of different red skins. You know, it's just shiny red. He also has shiny red, so I think it works together. So anyways, this is Vendetta. Alright, and so next up we have at number 6, Hybrid, and this time we're actually going with the full ninja style with the ultraviolet color scheme. I think it's a pink ninja, so it's a little bit ridiculous, but in all honesty, I actually think it looks really cool. So then for the back bling, we're going with the indigo wings, which I think almost matches perfectly with him, because one, he's technically a dragon underneath that suit, and also just the colors, it all looks good together. And then, unfortunately, I can't show this in the locker. This is the Psyblade, which obviously goes with Psylocke, the Marvel skin. I can't show this because Point Out Emo doesn't show one-handed pickaxes. I hope sometime in the future maybe they make it so you can see the skin with the pickaxe in the locker without having to do any emote or something. And then for the umbrella, obviously we gotta go with the Storm Sail again. It's a pretty easy umbrella to combo up with, at least in my opinion. I think it just works with him. For the contrail, I'm going with Rift Lightning because I think it matches perfectly with the sort of pinkish, purplish kind of color he's got going on. And then for the wrap, this was actually perfect for him. This is Valentine. And the reason this is perfect is because it is almost the exact same shade of pink, and it's shiny. So it goes pretty much perfectly with his armor, which is also pink and shiny. So I'm actually glad I could find this, so trust me when I say this looks awesome in game. It's a goofy combo, but it's also a lot of fun. So anyways, this is Hybrid. Alright, so coming out of the number 5 spot, I'm actually going with a pretty recently new skin. This is Snowbell, which is obviously the new female version of Codename Elf. I actually prefer this Codename Elf, but that's just me. And we are going with her minty style. To me, it's easily the best style. For the back bling, I'm going with the Galactic Disc. This is a little bit of a flex, but also I think it just looks really nice with her. However, if you don't have that, then I can maybe suggest using a dark back bling. That also works pretty well with her as well. And then for the pickaxe, I'm actually going with the Sledgehammer, which came in Chapter 2 Season 1 Battle Pass. It goes with Ripley, but I think that it actually goes really well with the sort of minty color she has going on with her gloves. It's really nice. And then for the glider, I'm going with the X umbrella, which obviously came in Season X. It's a nice glider, you know, it's purple, a little bit of light blue, a little bit of pink. It looks a little bit better in game than it does in the locker. And then for the contrail, I'm actually going with Phantasm, which I wouldn't originally think this would look good with her, but it just, again, it matches like the color she has on her gloves and, you know, on the logo on her hat and stuff. I think it just matches it really well. And then for the wrap to finish things off, we're going with Gemstone. Simple wrap, but I think it looks good with her. You're gonna see me use this quite a bit in future combos. So anyways, I think it turned out good. So this is Snowbell. Alright guys, now getting down to the number 4 spot, I'm actually going with a pretty interesting combo here. This is the Arctic Assassin. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I originally bought the skin, I kind of regretted it because I just didn't use it all that much until I made this combo. So for the backbling, I'm going with the Ready Ruck, which goes with Serana, and I'm using the white style, which I think actually looks really good with this skin. You know, black and white with extra white and black, it looks good. And then for the pickaxe, I'm actually going with the Star Wars series Riot Control Baton. Now, I'll admit the white and blue, and the blue and red, the glowing effects, it kind of takes away a little bit, but I think it still looks really cool with the skin. Trust me, in-game, it won't disappoint you. And then for the glider, I'm actually going with the, if you have it, the shadow version of the Bombs Away glider. I think, again, no, just black and white, it looks really nice with her. You could use some other stuff, maybe Wibrella isn't too bad of an option, some other stuff as well that you could use. And then for the contrail, I'm just going to go with Spectral Essence, keeping it simple. Obviously, you know, it's white, and she also has white clothes on, so it works. And then for the wrap, I am once again going with Shadow Angular Shift, because again, I don't think there's any better white and black wrap out there. So I'm actually a big fan of this one. I like to run this quite often. So this is Arctic Assassin. Alright guys, so winding down to our number 3 position, we actually have the Raven, which is a bit of an old classic Fortnite skin. Came out in Season 3, but in my opinion, it still holds up as one of the best. So for the backbling, we are going with the Dark 6-string. Honestly, any dark backbling looks the best here with the Raven. He himself looks like he could be a dark skin. I'm just a big fan of this one. I thought I would change it up. You could also go with like Dark Shield. I think it's probably a good option. And then for the pickaxe, I'm once again going with Ultra Scythe. This is just such a great pickaxe for 800 V-Bucks. Like, it's just such a great value for money. And I think it looks really cool with the Raven because he almost kind of looks like a Grim Reaper. So to have a scythe, I think just works perfectly with him, especially when it matches his colors. And once again, we are going with Storm Sail for the glider. A lot of this stuff I know I keep reusing, but it just looks so good with him. And then for the Lightning Strike, for the contrail, again, I think it looks good, but I think it actually looks especially good with Raven because it's almost like he's being summoned out of the sky. At least that's how I like to see it. So I think it looks pretty cool. And then once again, Midas' Shadow for the wrap. Pretty simple choice, but I think it looks really good with the Raven because, again, purple, darkness, it just looks good. So anyways, this is Raven. Alright guys, so for our number 2 position, we are going with Midas Rex. To me, this is definitely a good improvement over Midas, and I'm actually, you know, I actually really like Midas. But this, to me, is just definitely the superior version. But what's interesting about him is that he is gold, but it's like a really pale shade of gold. In fact, it's almost like a mix between gold and silver, so to me that makes him hard to make combos with, but I think what I got going on here actually works with him pretty well. So for the backbling, we are going with Fusion Orb, which is obviously Fusion's backbling. I'm using the white style of it. I think it looks really good with him. You know, he has a little bit of white, like on the, on a little bit of the, sort of the, I don't want to say loincloth, that's kind of what it is going on there. And obviously the gold actually matches, I think, pretty dang well. And then for the pickaxes, I'm going with the Vibranium Daggers, which is from the other bundle that came out, Royalty and Warriors. So I know it's a little bit rare that you happen to have both, but if you do, you can go with this. You can also go with the Fusion Scythe in the gold version. I think that one is a pretty good option as well. And then we're continuing with the Fusion White style, which is the Fusion Coil. I think just the whole Fusion White set looks good with Midas Rex because the shade of gold is like one of the few types of gold that matches him. And then for the contrail, I'm actually going to go with Zip Ribbons because that sort of whitish effect, I don't know, I just think it kind of works with him. You can maybe go with something different, but this is what I went with. And then once again, we're going with XEV for the wrap, which also goes with the white version of Fusion. Again, I just think pretty much the whole entire white Fusion set just looks good with Midas Rex. So yeah, I like it. I think it's a really hard skin to combo with, but I think what I have going on here looks good. So this is Midas Rex. Alright guys, and finally coming in at our number 1 position, we have my personal second favorite combo in the game right behind my Molten Battlehound combo from last video. This is the ultimate purple Omega combo. I know I've used purple Omega in the past, but this, in my opinion, is just miles better than the combo I had to go with that. Plus, you know, some new items have made it a lot easier to make combos with them. So obviously, this is a little bit of a flex because purple Omega had to be a grinder during Season 4. For the back bling, I'm going with Dread Shroud, which obviously goes with Dread Omen. I used this once with Lovethorn, but I think it also looks just as good, if not better, here with Omega because the purple just matches perfectly. For the pickaxe, I'm going with Dragon's Claw, which is Hybrid's pickaxe from Season 8. It was actually a free battle pass, so good chance you might have this. I'm using the pink style, which it's not perfect, but I still think just black, silver, and a purplish pinkish color, I still think it looks awesome with Omega. And then this, I was looking for a glider to finally go with Omega, and this is definitely it. This is without a doubt the best glider to go with him, the Wakandan Skyrider. It is perfect. Black, silver, and purple, and it's rideable. It's just phenomenal. And then for the contrail, again, we're going Lightning Strike. Just keeping things simple. I think it looks good with them. And then finally, for the wrap, we are going with Gemstone. Another good option, I personally think, is Dark Angular Shift. But I think this one's just a little bit cleaner. But I think either of them could be really good. So this, in my opinion, is just a phenomenal combo. If you, it's hard to do because again, purple Omega is, you know, a little bit not a very common skin to have. But if you have it, definitely you gotta go with this. This is definitely the best combo I think you could possibly make with him. So anyways, this is Purple Omega. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, why not feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.